As we saw in the introductory module, many things are happening in this world around us, but of these things, there are only a few that immediately concern us and what we call falling within our circle of concern. How do we manage this circle of concern? This is the next challenge once we understand the concepts that we described earlier. To be able to manage the circle of concern, what we first need to realize is that we need to dump our minds of the many things that are constantly there in our mind that do not allow us to focus on what we should be doing at the present time. If you just think about it, at any given time there are hundreds of items that are there in your subconscious that demand attention, that take away energy from what you should be doing at the moment. One of the best strategies for handling all this is to do what is called dumping your mind. What does dumping your mind involve? It is basically a very simple method where instead of keeping all these items that you need to carry out in your head, as and when they occur to you, you just write them down or note them down. In other words, completely dump your mind. Do not carry it in your head, carry it in your little notebook. Once you do this, and once you're able to completely list all the events that have to be attended to, you will find that everything that needs attention can be divided into one of 4 quadrants. All these items will broadly fall under the classifications of either being important or not important, and each of these items again can either be urgent or not urgent. You therefore get 4 quadrants, and all this list of items that you have dumped will necessarily fall into one of these 4 quadrants. Some of them are important and urgent and obviously need to be taken care of immediately. There are other items that are not important but that are also urgent. These are the day-to-day things that we have to do in our lives, which unless we get it out of the way will continue to bother us. Most importantly, there is a group of items which are both important but not urgent. This is the area where we should be trying to spend most of our time and energy and trying to see whether we can do our day-to-day efforts by focusing mainly on things that are important but not urgent. That is, in other words, taking our time to reflect and then plan and then carry out actions. Of course, there are always things that are neither important nor urgent, but unfortunately, these are the things that distract us most. Watching television, sitting and gossiping idly, all these things are neither important nor urgent, but unfortunately we keep doing them repeatedly out of habit, and this again is a large area of drainage of our energies. Once we learn to divide this list into these 4 quadrants by doing this strategy called dumping your mind, how do we go forward? First of all, you need some tools, and the easy way to make sure that your mind dump is present and carried around with you at all times is to just carry a small pocket notebook where as and when these ideas occur to you, you note them down, and then along with each one of these items you also note into which quadrant it belongs, 1, 2, 3 or 4. If you don't want to carry a notebook, a simpler method may be to just carry small cards that you can then arrange at some point in the day, or probably the easiest and the most easily available method will be to just note them down in your mobile phones. Almost all mobile phones, even the cheapest ones, have some facility for you to be able to take down notes, and this could also be a very convenient way of noting things and carrying your dumped mind with you. Having done all this, what do we do next? How do we get things done? This will be the topic of the next presentation that we shall be seeing in another session. Thank you.